welcome. My name is Ria. I'm a knitter, a crocheter, and love everything about fiber arts. Today I'm coming to you from Athens, Greece, and I will talk to you about all the things I've finished and started during the month of June. It is currently June 30. I do not work today, it's Monday, and I thought it would be a good idea to film this video because I don't think I will finish anything else during the day. So I'm going to start with my finished objects. I have first finished this scarf. I have already talked about it in a previous vlog. I have not blocked this yet. This is knitted with merengue from Lanagato. I did not like this yarn. I knitted with this. I love the color. I really love the color, but I didn't like the quality of the yarn. I knitted with this the Daydreamer cardigan from Veronica Lindberg, Kutovakika, and I had left about 2.5 skeins of this yarn, and I have decided to use it immediately because if it stayed in my stash I would never use it. So I've cast it on I think it was 35 stitches, and I made this scarf with a half rib fisherman stitch. I think I'm going to give this away. I find this yarn a little bit itchy for me. I have a sensitive skin, and sometimes these kind of yarns make me feel uncomfortable, so I think I'm going to give this away. I don't mind this on a cardigan, but because you wear something else besides the cardigan, but the scarf near the neck, I don't know, I don't think I will use it, so I feel I'm going to give this away to someone. I will have to block it and hide the endings. I have talked about this before and to my vlog. The reason I didn't like the yarn is, first of all, it didn't help me use the stitches, and it didn't slide on my needles, and at certain parts, because it is a string probably of nylon and the wool is around the nylon, didn't stayed well in parts, so I only found the string. I don't know if you can watch it from here, and it was not a cheap yarn. It was about 7.5 euros. Anyway, I have finished with this, and I'm very glad I do not have this in my yarn stash. So the first thing I finished was this scarf. I have talked on my video for what I want to knit in summer about the patterns I want to make, and one of those patterns was Ingrid top from Gregoria Fibers. I have not worn this yet. I don't know why I didn't wear it today to show it to you. Anyway, this is what I made. I was completely off gauge. I usually choose size medium for me, but if I remember correct, she recommends 3.5 millimeter needles, and if you hear children screaming, as you can understand, schools are over and we have a noisy building, so sorry for that. And as I was saying, I used 3.5 millimeter needle with cotton yarn from my favorite Greek brand Petalouda. So I started with size 5 But when I came to connect the front and the back, I have realized that it was too small for my breast. So I unraveled it and I've decided to knit number 7. I think it's up to size 8 or 9. I do not remember very well. So I did again the two sides, front and back, and when I connected them, I realized that the gap here on my sleeves was about here. So again, I didn't like it, but it was okay for my bust circumference. So I unraveled and decided to make the increases for the sleeve a little sooner than the pattern suggests for number 7. So it came out right. It's okay on my sleeves, and it's a very easy pattern. I really liked it, but what I decided to do is, she suggests that at the neckline, the sleeves and the bottom you use some kind of knot cord. I do not like these kinds of endings, especially with cotton yarn, because they don't stand well on me. So I've decided to make a twisted rib, both into sleeves, to the neckline and to the bottom. I think it's very well for me, and I think I'm going to wear it because it's a mainstream color and I'm going to use it enough. I just haven't used it yet. So those are my 2 finished objects for June. I have also shown children are screaming. So I have also made in June this pattern for a granny square, which I love, and I have it here near me when I knit and crochet, because I'm trying to think about a way to use it and have a lot of ideas, but I have not decided yet. So it is either going to be on a blanket, or it is going to be I'm watching for my tablecloth for summer, late summer and autumn, for that corner I have here. And I don't know, I am still in the process of thinking what to do with it. I really love it. If you haven't watched the video, go and watch it if you are a crocheter. And those are all my finished objects for June. I'm going to start with the works in progress. I have talked about it before. I wanted to make, I'm sorry, I have the pattern here because I'm one of those people who want to have the pattern not on my phone but on paper. I have decided to make the Dazzling diamond vest, and I am at this point where I've started connecting the front and the back. I'm sorry, I don't know how much you can see with this. Okay, the pattern suggests drops muscat or drops merino. I had this sweater. It was from another drops pattern, free pattern, and I made a long sleeve sweater with the muscat. This is a light gray color, and although I like the color, the cotton yarn and the muscat, which is a decay yarn, was making the sweater very stiff, and I felt like I couldn't move myself. I like my clothes to have movement, so I didn't wear it. I think I wore it 2 times all winter, and it's not because it's cotton and I don't like cotton, because I live in Greece. We have hot weather even in winter. So I decided to unravel this sweater and knit something else. So I've come across to this Dazzling diamond vest, which I really liked, but I stopped knitting the pattern because I couldn't decide if I wanted the buttons or if I wanted to make something like an I-cord to make it like a vest, which is like, you know, you tie bows in front of you. But the fact is that I left it just before I started making the buttonholes, because I felt like if I had to make the I-cords, okay, it's something that you see a lot, but I don't know, would I wear it with something else inside and then wear the vest, or I would prefer just to wear the vest and button with the buttons without anything else inside. I mean, not another top inside. So I'm coming to the conclusion that I will have to buy buttons, and the fact is that buttons are very expensive, and I'm trying to control myself because I have a lot of things that I do not use, and I do not have something to pair it with this kind of yarn and this color. And the fact is that when I buy buttons, if you put them in a row, I will choose the most expensive. So I don't know, I think I will make the buttonholes and I will decide about the buttons later. So this is something that's going very well because it's a pattern with diagrams, and you just have to follow the diagrams. To help myself, I have made I have separated every time I have to make a repeat with this markers, so it will be easier for me to understand where I am, and it really helps me out. If you haven't tried this yet and you are trying to make something lacy, try it. You will thank me later. And this is the first thing I've started in June. I hope I will finish this in July. And the next thing, I said that I wanted to make a beach dress, and I found a pattern on Pinterest which was a free pattern, and I've realized that it was using a much bigger cotton yarn. It was a DK cotton yarn. This is a lace cotton I have here, and I said, okay, I will try to make a bigger size for me, and it was starting from bottom up, but I didn't like the way the pattern made suggestions about changing and increasing and increasing and decreasing. So I've tried to make from bottom up just a straight mesh stitch, and it didn't go well. I didn't like it because I came up to here and I wasn't sure how I wanted to make the neckline and how I wanted to make the sleeves, and how long would this be if I kept on making sleeves and the neckline. And I just wanted this to be just above my knee, so I've unraveled this, and I started making tests about how I could start from top down. So I made a lot of different tests during the weekend, and I've tried to crochet around neck and make increases. I didn't like this. I tried to make just around neck here in front. I didn't like it, and I've decided to start with knitting the neckline and making a square neck. This is, I don't know, the front, the back, it will be the same. I don't think I will change it. So I have used a 3mm needle to make the neck. I have casted on 142 stitches, so, and made 20 rows with increases in both sides. This is how I made this square. And then I've made increases on both sides, and I've started this mess crochet with my 3mm crochet hook. I don't know how this goes, but I feel okay with this at the moment. I'm sorry, I have the microphone. I don't know if you can see it. I know black, it's a difficult color to see things in a film, but this is what I've done. And I think I'm going to continue. And I've decided to make both sides, in front and back, the same, because my body is this kind of body that helps me out with this thing. So I will continue until I reach just above my knee. This is the plan, okay? And then I will make the back side also the same, and just connect them with a little, I don't know, a double crochet in both sides. So I will have more here and be more loose to wear it. And this is the plan. We'll see how it goes. I will let you know. My vacations will be at the end of August, so I do have the time to finish this. Truth is, I've made a video with all the wearing my knits for a week. I will probably upload this video after you see this podcast the next week. And I have come to realize that I have more knitted and crochet tops for summer and spring than I have for autumn and winter. And I'm not a summer girl, so I keep on thinking about the things I want to wear and the things I want to knit for winter. Although I do have an issue, I would start immediately, but the thing is that when it's too hot, it's not very easy to knit with wool. I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but depending on the yarn, of course, it's not very easy to slide the needles, and your hands get very sweaty to knit with wool. It's not the same with cotton. It's easier in summer. So that's something I want to consider, but I have already started looking for patterns, and I don't know, maybe I will start knitting something and see how it goes, and if I feel comfortable to continue, I will continue even with the heat. But if I feel uncomfortable knitting this, I mean, when I knit, most of the times it's during night, sitting watching TV, so we have the air conditioner on, so it's easier for me to knit this way. So I can start with this. I don't want to make a lot of things, but I have some patterns that I really want to try, and I do have a stash waiting for me to use it, so I would definitely like to use yarn from my stash and knit other things around the house, not only clothes and garments. And this was my June diaries. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please press the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe, use the notification bell, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.